With prep work and rollout, this is a roughly 6-month mobile marketing plan for Wild Country. First, we're going to discuss why mobile marketing is important. The average person spends roughly 47 minutes a day on mobile social media apps. 280 million Americans, or 84.2%, will access the internet on their phones in 2021. 46% of Americans searched for more information about a product or service on a mobile phone. The vast majority of time spent on the internet is through mobile apps. In 2022, it's estimated that the daily time spent on mobile apps will be about 227 minutes a day, which is up from 215 minutes in 2020. And the number of mobile only social network users in the US is 115.9 million in 2021, or roughly 33% of the current US population. People are on mobile devices constantly, and it's critical for Wild Country to be there as well. What are the advantages of mobile marketing? It's easy access to customers. The average user swipes and clicks their phone a staggering 2,600 times per day and spends over an hour a day on the top 5 social media apps. Location. At work, home, or on the go, mobile marketing can reach people at any place at any time of the day. They don't have to be on their desktop computer, they don't have to be at home on their tablet. The phone is the easiest place to access people. It has the ability to be personalized. Targeted advertising can adjust to speak directly to a specific customer segment based on things like purchase history and location. It also has the potential for viral sharing. The opportunity to quickly share from mobile marketing enhances the potential for things to go viral. There's going to be a lot more exposure with no extra effort or cost as customers quickly and easily share things with family and friends. It's cost effective. When compared to traditional advertising like radio, TV, or a billboard, mobile advertising is much less expensive. With targeted advertising, Wild Country can reach customers who are likely to purchase our products. If a mobile campaign isn't working, we can either adjust the product on the fly or simply stop the campaign. Wild Country is perfectly positioned in 2021 as the pandemic hopefully comes to an end and people are eager to get outside after being cooped up in their homes for a year. For the first time, the sport of rock climbing is going to be part of the Olympics. 3 sport climbing disciplines, lead climbing, speed climbing, and bouldering, are going to make their debut in the now 2021 Tokyo Olympics, providing a massive publicity boost. In 2016, in the Rio de Janeiro Games, 3.6 billion people watched those summer games, and the US viewership averaged 27.5 million people each day. With the internet, there's going to be opportunities to focus on newer sports that the NBC might not regularly televise in prime time. Events can be condensed into exciting highlight reels, creating opportunities for Wild Country to introduce and guide viewers through these areas of competition. While Wild Country is a business based in the UK, looking at the SEMrush traffic report, 46% of our site visits are from the United States, with the next 3 countries, Italy, the UK, and Germany, making up an additional 31.8%. It really makes sense for us to focus a significant amount of time on American climbers. We do have an international opportunity, and I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But the American climbers include 24-year-old Kyra Condie, 20-year-old Brooke Rabatow, 17-year-old Colin Duffy, and 24-year-old Nathaniel Coleman. Athletes will be climbing at the beautiful Aomi Sports Park venue, where all 3 climbing disciplines will be taking place. The left side of the venue has lead climbing, the center is bouldering, and the right side is speed climbing. Our mobile marketing plan is going to capitalize on the Olympics and will include the following pre, during, and post-game phases. Starting with the pre-game phase, we'll have an opt-in text message launch 1 month prior to the games on June 25th. This gives us plenty of time for the advertising to be seen, and it doesn't get lost in the July 4th holiday. Opt-in is going to include a 10% off coupon good for the Olympic Games happening July 23rd through August 8th. During the games, we've got daily text message marketing that's going to go out with click-through links to the Wild Country Olympics landing page. The page is going to be updated at least twice daily with both a video and blog post from one of the Wild Country athletes. On days that aren't scheduled, the athletes will highlight either a climber to watch or summarize one of the three disciplines. There's also going to be a social media marketing push for Wild Country and our new introductory climbing app. And finally, the mobile app will have regular updates from Wild Country athletes as we cycle through the content from the Olympics page. Post games, we're going to have a social media and advertising marketing blitz, which will continue pushing Wild Country gear. And the text campaign will conclude with a second 10% off coupon, good for the remainder of the month. A quick review of the Wild Country app since it's part of the push. The app is for beginning climbers and focuses on four primary areas. First, climbing warm-ups to prevent injury and strength exercise routines. Introductory knotcraft and basic equipment use, of course using Wild Country equipment as the example. Basic climbing techniques that are applicable to either indoor or outdoor climbing. And of course, Wild Country news that promotes new gear launches, blog posts, and sales and promotions. As I said previously, we'll focus quite a bit of time on American athletes just because of our traffic, but because the international nature of our Wild Country athletes, we have readily accessible correspondents who can bring a global perspective to the games. Our team will include Anna Storr from Austria, Sieve Van Hee from Belgium, Smith Gobat from New Zealand, Matilda Becerra from France, and English climber Pete Whitaker. Over the 14 days of the games, each athlete will have at least two opportunities to be a featured commentator for the day. This is a sample mobile marketing ad creative that highlights the three climbing disciplines. The 10% off coupon shows two of the Wild Country athletes that will be providing commentary for the games and includes the required legal opt-in language with the terms and conditions, the anticipated number of messages, that there may be a cost depending on their phone plan, and how to stop or receive help. We anticipate no more than 4 messages per month in the time leading up to the games and post games, but there will be daily updates during the games. The mobile marketing ad will be placed in print in partner climbing gyms. There's a lot of benefit to having that partnership, um, free ad placement, and they hopefully will gain some climbers out of this experience. It's also going to be placed in Facebook and Instagram ads, on the Wild Country website, and in various targeted locations on the Google Display Network. This opt-in response is a sample from Easy Texting. It does use a double opt-in. It's one more step, but it does ensure that the customer is agreeing to receive the marketing messages. It's got our coupon code of Tokyo, and it again, through Easy Texting, they have a basic message that does tell the customer that data rates may apply and does again provide the opt-out information. In phase 2 of our plan, which occurs during the games, here we can see 2 sample messages that show how the Wild Country athletes will be involved and what the user can expect. A photo of the athlete informs the customer who's providing the daily coverage, what the events are, and provides a link to the Wild Country Olympics landing page. Still in phase 2 here, we have 2 samples of our marketing push that highlights the Wild Country app. The first shows the inside of a beautiful climbing gym and invites people to watch the athletes at the Olympic Games, then try and climb like one. The second shows Wild Country athlete Sieve Van Hee and highlights that we are doing daily updates from the Tokyo Games. Our goal is $100,000 in sales and 5,000 app downloads by September 8th, 1 month after the completion of the Tokyo Games. Our interim key performance indicators are 7,500 mobile marketing opt-ins by July 23rd, the start of the games, $20,000 in sales prior to the game's start from the mobile marketing coupon, $60,000 in additional sales by the close of games on August 8th, And finally, $20,000 in additional sales by September 8th. We'd also like to have 2,500 app downloads by July 31st, which is the midpoint of the games. For our penultimate key performance indicators, we've got 5,000 app downloads by September 8th and 7,500 mobile marketing opt-ins by August 8th, the end of the games. Looking at our budget and profitability analysis, again, we're hoping for sales of $100,000. Cost of goods sold, assuming our normal retail markup, which is 50%, is going to be $50,000, which leaves us a net profit of $50,000. Looking at our marketing costs, we have a digital ad budget of $8,000, which is going to be divided amongst pre, during, and post-game phases across Facebook, Instagram, and the Google Display Network. We've got $1,000 for printing and shipping displays to partner climbing gyms. Staff time is about $2,000 for developing the marketing creatives, the texts, and producing the athlete videos. For text message costs, we're looking at about $6,984 via easy texting. Um, that's estimating, again, 7,500 opt-ins. The first text are going to be SMS, and then everything else will, after that, will be the MMS messages. Wild Country athlete costs, we're estimating $500 a day, which will be the expectation of one 10-minute video and one 500 to 800 word blog post, which will be $7,000 during the games, for a total marketing cost of $24,984. Our average Wild Country new customer purchase is $120. So we need 209 new customer purchases to break even on this promotion. While a profit of $25,000 on the campaign is great, the potential growth for rock climbing in Wild Country because of these Tokyo Games is critical to capitalize on. While we have no idea if NBC is going to provide coverage to the climbing disciplines, Wild Country as a company is well positioned as a guide for both new and seasoned climbers alike. By drawing on our stable of international climbing athletes, we can provide unique coverage. The new app downloads, the contact information and data gathered from the text campaign, and the mobile advertising push are going to pay dividends for some time. The goals are super reasonable, and the campaign should easily break even. Ultimately, as a climbing company, we can't afford to let the first appearance of climbing in the Olympics and the global exposure it's going to receive pass us by. Any questions?